looks like we're up, perhaps. Let's see if the coveted UB2Bs can pick up on me. Oh, look, Swisher Sweet is live. Swisher Sleek. What about now? No, it doesn't. My own channel doesn't recommend me to myself. Maybe they expect. Oh, but there is a live link that's up, so that's nice. Okay, so that should work. And then, what would be the next move? I forgot my whole routine with this, man. It's been so long. I can't even remember what I do. Okay, that'll do something there. And so, okay, for the recording, I would say that here we are. I was doing some sketching for the character Chip for the Chunks short. And I didn't really care for Chip's character design, and we're in a position where I can make a lot of tweaks to his character design, so I just thought it would be fun to get some drawings on here and see if anything works. And so, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do some drawing here on this stream. So, Gray Fox, turn up the sound just a smidge. All right, how about there? That's a little bit more than a smidge. Let me test it on my end. What, Charlie Gale? Whoa. Charlie. Don't you dare bite me, girl. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. I don't think I'm hearing anything. Oh, there we are. Check 1 2. I hate this part. Oh, okay. Yeah, it sounds like I sound all right. Okay. It seems like it's a bit of a delay, though, like quite a delay. Charlie, you can't really lay here, okay? I wish I had another camera just for kitty cam. I should start adding, where have you been, sir? You know, I have been in grad school and in a residency, so I have hella obligations on my hand. Still too low, you think? Okay. Let's go in and bring it up. Oh, also the audio here. Man, I don't like it when the audio is suffering. I wonder if maybe it could be a directional situation. This probably helps just a little bit. Yeah, that should work. Or maybe you're not close to the mic. Yeah, that's part of it. So this mic is all about closeness. And so Charlie, I don't know why she wants to be in my lap when I'm talking. Anyway, yeah, no. So I've been pretty busy and have been away from the work because I have a lot of obligations. Sorry, Charlie, you gotta go, girl. She won't go. Charlie, you gotta go. You can't just sit here. Say goodbye to the people, Charlie. Come on. It's hard to run the camera. It's like inverted. Come on. Sorry, girl. You gotta go. You gotta go. You just gotta go. She won't go. It's normally not a problem to kick her off. She might like the vibrations of me talking. I don't know. Come on, Charlie. You gotta go, girl. Sorry. I gotta figure something out. Or, you know what I could do? I could bring her little cat bed over here. Why don't we do that, Charlie? Then you can hang out with me. Yeah, that should work. There we go. So then she'll be able to hang out with me. Yeah, there we go. And then you can do it like this or like this. Whichever one she wants to do. Okay, cool. Now we're locked in. So yeah, I have a lot of obligations at the moment. And I tried to do it all at once. And I was risking that, you know, grad school wasn't going to go well, so I had to start cutting things down, and unfortunately I had to cut into Conformity Farm. Even though Conformity Farm is a long-term goal, at the current moment I have to meet these obligations. So that's just where I've been. So don't worry about it. It's not like I didn't miss it. But it's also tough too. Like, as a lot of time goes by, you kind of get into the routine of not doing it, and you kind of forget how to even get going again. So I figured instead of doing some editing or animation or anything complex, you know, the graphic novel, anything, I have been doing writing though. I have been writing, and I don't generally stream that process, but I'm very excited about what some of the writing I'm doing is happening right now. I'm very excited about what's happening. Stay away. She always like these AirPods. Charlie, you are a whole menace. You know that? You really are. I gotta child-proof things. I didn't know I had a child. All right, so I want to draw Chip, and I want him to look stupid and cute. So that's kind of the goal. That doesn't look cool. That looks cool. Okay. The goal is to be as cool as humanly possible. Oh, do we got a cat behind us? We do, Charlie, we do. I thought maybe she'd lay up here. Oh, there she is. Can you see? I need to put a light on her. I don't have time for that. Anyway, you should do a stream about your writings. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You know, honestly, I think that really I should do a stream. I need to find a good time to do streams regularly. So that's kind of where I'm trying to be at. And I just knew that I didn't want to socialize this weekend, or rather tonight. And so I was like, well, I should do something. Should I do the animation? Should I do the book? Should I do homework? And I just, you know, felt like something was missing. And so I'm kind of back to this. I'm a little worried that he looks kind of like Pikachu, but I think that's still okay. You know, I kind of want to pull away from that, but also like still kind of keep moving forward. There was this character I saw somewhere with what they were doing was with the eyes, they would do this thing, like the eyes were like this, and they'd be like, oh, oh. So then it kind of told you that the characters were kind of dumb or dopey or simple. Maybe dumb's too mean. Maybe not dumb. It's just simple. You know, no one's dumb. No reason to be that mean. But I just don't think, I think it's good for a one-off cartoon, these kind of eyes, but I don't think it's good for like long term. But I also don't want to put a white of the eyes. Like I don't want to do this thing. You know how eyes are like, you know, this classical cartoon thing. Maybe, you know, actually, let's take a look at that. I'm actually not hating this. You know, I was looking for something. I'm not happy with what I got. This might actually be okay. So maybe if we did, because this, I don't know who does eyes like that? It's kind of, I mean, it's that classical Disney eyes, right? The oval eyes, you know. I'm just like this thing, you know, the, ooh, there we go. Yeah, I mean, it's classic, right? And we are doing classical style animation. So, you know, I guess it does have a place. Because, you know, I've been looking at some of the more modern animation. I was watching the show Bluey with kindergartners, you know, and I was looking at it, and there was a scene. They were all in a kitchen. Like, how do I say this? Like, one character was right here in the kitchen, so this is the character's back. And then they had a character here, and they were like, no, we don't have the stuff you're looking for. And they were hiding something behind their back. And then there was like a couple other characters behind them. And then they were in a kitchen, right? So here's the countertops. And like, let's say this is the refrigerator. Already, this is not traditional 2D animation. It's got a 2D animation movement aspect to it. But actually, the camera starts moving in this direction. So they go around the room, and everything keeps its integrity. And it looks clean and boxy. It's a really cool looking show. So my point is that I was kind of starting to realize that this style of animation that I taught myself and that I've learned rather, is why are you not live? There you go.
On the room and everything.
Why is this linked to this? Let's not do that. So anyway, yeah, no, my point is that the process that I'm using, which is, you know, traditional style animation, you know, it might not be a bad idea to visit some of these classical tools that exist with it. Yeah, let's disconnect that. No.
Bluetooth device 1 disconnected.
Yeah, there we go. That'll help a little bit. Okay. Okay. Yeah, actually, this isn't too bad. Maybe we can keep going. I like the oval eyes a little bit. Maybe something like this. Maybe something like this. Like where his eyes are bigger than everything. And then he's just like this. That might be kind of interesting. Where his eyes are actually bigger than his head. And it's okay if you can't stream every day or every week, but just keep us updated and in the loop. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Do you follow the Instagram at all? I feel like I started to kind of soft launch the stream through Instagram. Hey, it's Fujo Bear. Bear 101. Hell yeah. Bear down, bear down. That's what they say out here in Chicago. And the Bears have been winning, so you're hearing a bunch of the sayings. It's interesting. Indiana's winning. I'm happy for both programs. The Bears are a legitimate professional football team. Bam. It's been a while. Hope you're doing good. Yes, I follow the IG. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, things are doing good, Fujo. I guess I could fill you in again. So I've been in grad school and I'm in a teaching residency, and it has been pretty difficult, and the workload has been pretty incredible to say the least. And I was falling behind on my studies. And I'm on scholarship, and so I have a minimum GPA that I have to maintain in order to stay in the program. So it's kind of like, you know, what would you say is like I put all the chips in the center of the table, and at a certain point I couldn't keep up with, you know, trying to figure out how to do the animation day after day and problem solving that, which is a full-time job. So rather I had to put it down. And it didn't happen. It wasn't really a choice. It just eventually just ended up happening because the other thing was so important. So, yeah, I'm really sorry I stepped away, guys. But, you know, Conformity Farm is a long-term goal. So it's not like, you know, I'm going away forever. It's just sometimes certain things come up and they're pretty important. And so, but I'm in my next semester, going all the way until the summer. So actually I have 2 more quarters, or however they do that. I don't know exactly what they do. Yeah, I think I have it down now. And so you guys will start seeing me more often. Did my cat come up here yet? Are you up here to hang out with us, Charlie? Charlie, you are just something else. We got to shine a light on you. Shine a light on my Charlie. Oh, now she wants to fight me. It's been a while. Hope you're doing. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you think it's awesome. You know, Fujo Bear, you're the only person who watches on Twitch. What do you guys think about Twitch? Like, does Twitch actually have like long-term staying power? Like, is that actually gonna? Is that really what is Twitch still good, or like what's going on? Thoughts. Because if I have to, I'll just stream multiple platforms. I'm sure it's not that crazy. I'll just have to buy more hardware, which hardware is getting crazy expensive. You guys keeping up with that at all? Oh my God. I think they said an individual graphics card they're doubling the price, or 50% increment or something like that. But like graphics cards, you know, my whole life I've watched the price of computers continuously go down because they were getting better. So whatever you bought, the value would fall apart. This is the first time ever where the value of computers, the price of computers and the value of computers keeps going up, and there's no sign that it's going to stop. Like, who could have predicted this? I mean, I remember people talking, back in the day when I was a little kid, they're like, computers are going to take over the world. And it's just like they slowly are, in a way that you feel like you understand, but you don't. You just don't. Like, we're all about to be cyborgs, y'all. I want to listen to some music in my headphones, and I want to draw. Today, I'm keeping it chill. No, whoops. Sorry about that. This is some of my lesson planning stuff. Come on, can we grab it from here? Actually, why don't we just close this? I don't need any of this stuff right now. But I do want to open up. Twitch is good, I guess. I got used to watching it on YouTube. So yeah, I use a lot of YouTube. I brought up Twitch a couple times. I have no problem with Twitch. Yeah, there's nothing against Twitch. And obviously I want to make sure that Fujo Bear gets a chance to watch the stream if they would like. Regardless of, what platform. But I was just more curious than anything. It's not that important. I don't even know how many different platforms you can stream on. I think I'll always be a fan on Twitch. Okay, cool, man. I got you. I'll always try to have a feed for you. Because if we look at, actually, let's take a look at the feeds that are available. Channels. This product offers Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X. And then I would assume the next one would be TikTok. And I don't know where else. But, honestly, I think it really doesn't hurt me to stream on as many platforms as will accept me and I can accommodate. And so currently it's really more down to who's actually watching the stream and YouTube and Twitch. And so I'll always have one for Fujo Bear. So we'll be good. Right, Charlie? Charlie's acting weird. It's almost like she understands what's going on. Like, it's like I have a kid and my kid's acting up on me and trying to embarrass me in front of my friends. You try to embarrass me in front of my friends, Charlie? Let's get some rock and roll music. So here's the tough part. I want to listen to this music, but I also don't want to get any strikes on my channel. So I'm going to listen in my headphones. And then we're going to go back to drawing chips. Chips, and chips. Natural selection. Ooh, not too bad. Temple of the Dog. That's a song I've been listening to. I love it. All right, back to it. I actually like this large eyes. Makes you wonder, what would it look like if we animated it and we just kind of grab the eye, or his eyes are a little off, or maybe he's a little bit off all the time. Especially since the one character is literally God. It actually, a juxtaposition next to someone who's kind of I don't know if you want to call him an idiot, but a simple guy. But it's also perfect in lore if Chip is the one who literally is the one who gives the lesson of the episode. I swear each time I join you are in a new room set up. Yeah, I had to switch it up. No, Charlie, don't do it. I'm live on the stream, Charlie. Don't do it, Charlie Gill. Charlie Gill, no. She just won't let me be. We'll move you over here. Okay. Yeah, I'm in a different room. I actually took my main room of my apartment and I made it my office. Which is interesting, I swear, with Simple Life. With Simple Life. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that. Anyway, so maybe this one here? Charlie just won't stop. I need a Charlie cam. No, I'm excited. I'm going to buy more computers and stuff. I'm going to do more streaming. So you got to think, I haven't streamed in a while, and this setup didn't take that long. I didn't decide to stream until I had dinner. I was sketching during dinner, and I was like, what do I got to do? And then I was thinking about, not really liking the Chip character. And so now I'm just kind of playing with it, trying to see if something pops up. This version, it takes longer to do, people always want to be like, what's the good idea? I'll copy that good idea, So this takes longer, But the chances of coming up with something original go up. But also there's a chance that I'll stay behind schedule with this tactic too. So that's where ooh, that's not bad if you put it right in the middle. Kind of like it. What a life. Just drawing this little derpster. Maybe we'll go even lighter. Maybe something like this. And then he just talks to the side. Yeah. Yeah, he could also be very expressive this way. So this might actually be the way to go, because then we can do more expressive stuff. Kind of like, what's that movie that people love seeing? Is it Madagascar or like Talking Zoo Pals or something? I'm not really sure what it's called. But people love that expressiveness. So I think the bigger eyes give me an opportunity to maybe animate Chip a little bit more, especially since I'm not animating the Godhead literally at all. And then just kind of minimal animation for Chunk. So there's kind of an opportunity to do something here. What do we think? What do we think, y'all? I'm going chunky. Or maybe we could we don't have to really do the arms this way. You could just do this. Get rid of the whole shoulder and everything. I'm going chunky. Well, to be fair, if she hears me talking, it's generally me calling her. So I'm actually starting to feel bad for my Charlie girl. Charlie girl, I'm so sorry, Charlie girl. Where's she at? I don't like rejecting my little kitten. All right. So yeah, I think that might be the route to go. The little paws. Okay. Because also we can move the paws around the body, you know. And then I could also keep the backdrop of the character red. So let's try that a little bit. I actually like this way. And then you could also wiggle his tail. And then we could also wiggle his ears. So we would do expressive eyes. And then let's go with the real apple red. I don't know if that's what they call it, but that's what it feels like to me. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, it could be very expressive. You know, it could be more of a thing where I put a lot of time into the expressiveness of the character. Are you still streaming, working with Kieran from the last stream? Yeah, I actually am. Kieran's been like, honestly, Kieran's been a huge advocate of the channel. And he's been like, when are we going to get back to it? Let's get back to it. Yeah, Kieran's totally on board. Just tonight was an impromptu. Kind of just checking in with everybody. Yeah. Everything's still the same. I still have a graphic novel coming. I have cartoons coming and stuff. I just got kind of pinned down with other stuff for a little while. But it's good for the long term. It may seem like, you know, I went away for a little bit, but trust me, I was Daddy's going and getting the bag. I'm getting the bag so we can make more Conformity Farm. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere. So this might not be too bad. This kind of sticks with the almost like what was that one channel, Newgrounds or something like that? Do you miss drawing mud pillows? No, I kind of don't. I don't miss drawing mud pillows. I got a few more mud pillows to draw too, so. It's kind of interesting because I feel like I do have like a mud pillow renaissance coming. We'll see how that goes. I've just drawn so many mud pillows. But I will say I do look forward to finishing my compositions because, you know, a lot of the work that I've done throughout my life was just kind of winging it. And I feel like for the first time ever that I have like a very codified confidence of what my taste is, what my voice is, and allowing the art to express myself artistically. I think honestly the thing that's probably brought me back to the stream is the state of the world, you know, and when I feel like weird about oh, is that a kitten cupboard? Another kitten caboodle? Charlie, we need to get a light on you. Nobody can see you. It's so dark. Why are you so mad? Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, no, the state of the world. I want to use my art to express how I feel about the state of the world. And so it's going to be interesting. I think that the Patreon is going to become more of a significant thing than I had expected because I think a lot of the stuff I'm going to want to say won't do well on platforms. And so I'll have to edit it down. And you'll have to go to Patreon or a website or something like that to see everything I want to do. I'm a little uncomfortable with what's going on in the world. And as a creative person, this is how I deal with it. So if you're having a hard time, so am I. And we can all kind of get through this together, hopefully. Ooh, Mr. Big. You guys ever heard that one? I'm the one that wants to be with you. It's been a long time. Oh, I should not stream on this. I should not sing on the stream. Oh, that's the quickest way to ruin a stream. I'll tank this thing. What do we got here? I kind of like this character, but it's a really powerful red. Maybe we should pick something a little different. No. Or maybe a different type of red. Maybe like this one. It almost makes him look like he's sick or something. But also it's hard to get contour lines in there. You know, I was a little skeptical about you having a second person on the show, but I actually liked Kieran, bro. Got real. Y'all seem to make a good team. Yeah, I mean, I look forward to it. Kieran's pretty invested and yeah, Kieran isn't just that's just not a guy that I plucked off the street. He's a person that I spent a little bit of time with, and I really, he's a person of high integrity, and you really can't find people like that too often. So when you find them and they have similar interests, you got to say, hey man, you want to jump on this ship? And so, yeah, I look forward to it. Kieran's like, he's perfect for the channel. He's one of us. He's not faking it. Yeah, he's dope. Okay. Still kind of doing it. This red is just a little much. Maybe I'll go a little darker. Are there any red characters out there like this? Daredevil, I guess. Spider-Man. I don't know. It's a little bit better. Now he kind of looks like a naked pig or something. Yeah, he looks like flesh tone. Well, let's try a different color. Can we make him blue? I actually kind of like the blue. I don't know how that bleeds through the whole page. Shouldn't it just be right on this shape here? Whatevs. Ugh. Okay, let's try the blue. Okay, not too bad. A little bit of a Spider-Man look, but I like Spider-Man. A little bluey. Yeah. I like this design. Let's see, what else do we got? I still kind of like these eyes here. But this kind of reminds me of kind of what's going on with Chunk. Yeah, it kind of makes him look like a cat, too. I don't think I really studied squirrels too well for this. Nah, it doesn't really do it, does it? All right, let's get rid of that. And you know, these oval eyes, they're junk too, so I'm going to delete those. I'm actually starting to get kind of partial to this idea. Maybe we'll give him bigger eyes. That might be the route to do it, because his acting is kind of important. He's under a lot of stress. So if I can animate him having these extreme emotions, I think it will work. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. Wow, good work. Didn't take long. All right, well, I'm going to head out of here. No, I'm just kidding. Well, what else can we do? What do we do now? Should I react to something? Let's see. I'll react to my old videos. Wouldn't that be crazy? I'm gonna react to my first video. I guess I could pull the project out. Let's see what's going on. I got a new hard drive for this, for chips. Oh goodness, I don't even know what the most up-to-date thing is. It's gotta be this. Oh wow, I have this name CPS era. The era of CPS. Anybody see John C. Reilly on the Adam Friedland show? I enjoyed that a lot. I enjoyed that mucho a lotta. Let's see. I wonder where it's going to pop up on the tablet, or where are we going to go? The living room PNG's gone and a screenshot's gone. Okay. No, I don't really need you to find it. Oh goodness. Okay. It's been so long since I looked at this. Yeah, the voice is not too bad. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to put this. Oh, okay. So he had the smaller eyes. Okay. Let's play this out loud so you guys can hear this. Output should be...
General of all time, greater than Genghis Khan, greater than Alexander the
Come on.
Great. You'll never have to work again. And if I'm wrong,
Then you ain't right.
guaranteed. Guaranteed. Organize a
Thank you,
committee.
Corey.
And then from there we shall scale.
Scale.
To the states, scale to the continents, and then the world. You have your marching orders, and I shall leave you to your
I love that line. How hard could it be?
About making money. I just want to help you get rich. And there's not even that many people that are rich. I just want friends. Friends? Don't be stupid. Buy it now. Yeah, I'll buy it now.
Okay, so the animatic is done.
2.2. I got a delivery here. God woke me up this morning and told me that I'm the chosen one, that I have to
You know what? I am.
take over the whole world. Great things come, Alexander. This is really awkward. You probably don't know.
Can I just say, it is a pleasure to be back. I forgot, what I was doing with this cartoon. And it is, it's a little controversial, but it'd be interesting to see how the internet responds to it. What I'm really looking at is, the ones with the black lines, I would say, obviously that isn't finished. So it's going to be interesting, how can I get to the finish line with this? I got a bunch of raw stuff, and we have about, what do we got here? This is theoretically about 4 minutes of animation that needs to be done, but there's a bunch of pieces already, and I'm really, really, really okay with, I like the design better with the big eyes. First one reminds me more like the meat wad from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. It's not a bad thing, but the bigger eyes help Chip look more naive and innocent. Yeah, I agree. Charlie, stop biting me. No. You need to be respectful of the people on the stream. You can't bite the creator. No, get out of here. Charlie? She's really upset with me. She has no concept that this has nothing to do with her. Anyway, I would like to say that this is a really funny project to open up after, God, I don't know how long it's been. But let's watch it all the way through. It'd be kind of interesting. I can probably say, okay, what shots... Charlie, get out of here, girl. Charlie, go. Let's get a laser or something. No. You're going to have to hang out in the other room. You're such a pest. Yeah, bite me. She's really just trying to play with me. So that's all it really is. Yeah, I see what you're saying though, Gray Fox. For real though, Meatwad and Chip are so similar. It'd probably be better to start making decisions to separate the characters.
Hey, it's Truck Dog. Truck Dog? Wow! You look awesome! I used to be a bug on the side of the road, ugly, just like you. Oh, you're a box.
Oh, I got email in.
Hey, Chip. It is me. Chip, look at me. My sweet prince. I can see the youth in your eyes. I've chosen you to be the greatest general of all time. Greater than Genghis Khan. Greater than Alexander the Great. You'll never have
I really wanted to keep that Alexander the Great joke.
you ain't right. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Organize a community block watch. And then from there,
I like that he gets closer into the window too. Organize a community block watch.
and then the world. You have your marching orders, and I shall leave you to your work. I know you won't let me down. How hard could it be?
At least all that stuff's done.
Because I ain't here for making money. I just want to help you get rich. There's not even that many people that are rich. I just want friends. Friends? Don't be stupid. Buy it now. Yeah, I'll buy it now. 2.2. I got a delivery here. God woke me up this morning and told me that I'm the chosen one, that I have to really try it out.
So let's take a look at that new that chip design. I thought you only ate fruit. That's funny. No, I also eat crackers. There we go. So if we pull this guy in and we put him in there and we give him the line like, take over the whole world. Greater than Genghis Khan. This really does work, doesn't it though? I think this works. And so maybe I could switch between puppet eyes and then hand-drawn eyes. I think. Because I'm going to have to redo his stuff anyway. I could technically rotoscope, or I could technically rotoscope this stuff that I have over here. Like, because I don't care if this short is pixelated. I just want to get this damn thing done. It doesn't have to be perfect anymore. It's like, let's move on to the next one. So, like, some of these shots, like these ones. I don't know if you can zoom in here. But, you know, where he's like really small right here, you can kind of see that. It's like a really small thing to look at. Probably not particularly appealing for the people watching the stream or the video or watching any of this, but that's where I'm at. So, yeah, and also, like, the audio is good. I could send off all the background, all the sound effects. So I need to make a sound effects list and email that to Ian. Yeah, of like everything I know I'm going to need for this. And they're also like, I wonder if there's another a shot that I can do. Because like, here's the other thing too. Like, it's a lot of stagnantness, and I did that on purpose to try to lower the amount of work. But there is like there's something missing here that kind of pulls you in. Perfect.
Hey, Chip. It is me. Chip, look at me. My sweet prince. I can see the youth in your eyes. I have chosen you to be the greatest general of all time. Greater than Genghis Khan. Greater than Alexander the Great. You'll never have to work again. And if I'm wrong, then you ain't right. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Organize a community. And then from there, we shall scale to the states, scale to the continents, and then the world. You have your marching orders, and I shall leave you to your work. I know you won't let me down. How hard could it be?
You know what I could do? We could watch all this stuff and then make a list of reactions that Chip needs to have, and we could do those right now. Chip reactions. So there's the reaction when God comes, Chip, psst, look at me. And so let's kind of name that reaction.
Hey, it's Trip Dog. Trip Dog, wow! You look awesome! I used to be a bug on the side of the road, ugly, just like you. You're a bug, stupid.
There you go. So he's running on the wheel.
Hey, Chip. It is me. Chip, look at me.
So there needs to be a point where he stops. Chip stops on the wheel. So that might actually be a thing where he stays on the wheel until it stops. So we can maybe have like a moment with him there. Chip stops on the wheel. So that's not an expressive thing. That's just a piece of animation. And then it would have to be lays eyes on God. So lays eyes on God. So he's got to cry. Right? That's only appropriate. Lays eyes on God.
My sweet prince. I can see the youth in your eyes.
So maybe close up, youth in the eyes, youth in the eyes. What a weird thing to say to someone. I can see the youth in your eyes. I still do that. Man, there was a lot of opportunities for me to cut that line too, and I just want to keep it.
I have chosen you to be the great.
So he gasps. Gasps.
Yes, general of all time, greater than Genghis Khan, greater than Alexander the Great.
You'll never have to work again. And if I'm wrong, then you ain't right. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed! Organize a community block watch. And then from there we shall scale to the space, scale.
So I'd say the look is determination. The look of determination.
To the continents and then the world. You have your marching orders, and I shall leave you to your work. I know you won't let me down. How hard could it be?
Because I don't even care about making money. I just want to help you get rich. There's not even that many people that are rich. I just want friends.
Friends?
Don't be
Friends?
stupid. Buy it now.
Yeah, I'll find it out.
I got a delivery here. God woke me up this morning and told me that I'm the chosen one and that I have to raise a giant army and take over the whole world.
Oh, so then that's Chip's concerned / worried. So he's trying to confide in Owl.
I'm an atheist. The hardest part about being an atheist is being right. There's no big guy in the sky controlling everything. I mean, how absurd would that be? I'd rather talk about things that are important to atheists, like, well, hey Chip, I gotta get going, but
Now he might. I think I'm gonna keep this, but I would say that it takes a long time for Mr. Owl to deliver what he's trying to say. So, you know, maybe it'll be fine, but that whole conversational animation stuff, like, I was watching it not too long ago, and I was like, man, I don't know if this stuff holds up. People, like, dudes just, like, regular talking. Like, when they first did it with Dr. Katz, it was pretty cool because it was novel, because no one else had done it. But I saw someone not too long ago, like, one of the contemporary animators was doing it. And I was like, I don't know if this really has a place anymore.
My package is here. My package is here. CBS, trip off this double sunglasses. What, I've been talking about the whole time? How many times have you been to the grocery store?
Oh, so I don't even have a scene of Chunk running around.
Bingo! Now, all we have to do is open up the package, add the Brazilian rock salt to some water. Listen, Chip, this is a golden opportunity for us. We're going to be the first ones to market. Chip.
So there's a little bit of a gap there, right? Like, what's going on? I guess you could call that the scene, my package is here. My package is here. I really honestly, I just got to figure it out. I have some ideas, but I just haven't committed to exactly how I'm going to do it. I probably have some pieces.
Know me the ledger of all the names of those who join the community block watch.
God said I'm the chosen one.
Oof.
I need you to start mixing all of this salt and all of this water together to make salt water. I know, it's very chemical. I know, Chip. This is very technical stuff we're talking about here, but if you just do as I say, we'll be good. And then we'll be rich if we can continue to live here. Before you start, I want you to know I never doubted
Okay, so that's more like what's the word? What's the word where you're like basically being like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know." Chip is sheepish with gold. Gold.
I'm definitely gonna join the army. I'm gonna be in the
So he's
army.
got that whole monologue.
The great general, and then I also work in the army.
Perhaps I'll get a new role and you can handle it.
Let's start with something small. How about you give me that glass of water? Chip, where's the salt water?
God, what is this? Is this full of salt? What is wrong with you? You failed me, Chip. Never feel better, Chip.
Alright, so that's a weird cartoon. Goal accomplished. Made a weird cartoon. We're on my way to making one. Okay. So let's get some of these poses that we need for the animation. And we'll get those done tonight, huh? Get some productivity. Anybody see anything cool in life recently? Anything cool in the news? Ooh, Switchfoot. Speaking of fruit, I am half tempted to eat an entire... started listening to Richard Pryor today, but an entire grapefruit. Man, I really am ADD. Oof. Let's go get that grapefruit before we start drawing. For hour number 2. All I can see is your light. Okay. The first one is Chip stops on the wheel. That's more of a piece of animation than a pose. Chips lays eyes on God. Okay, that could be really funny. Let's get that work done, huh? I should always have like a grapefruit break as part of the stream. Nice grapefruit, nice healthy grapefruit. To me, it's like the nectar of the earth. I love fruits. Get a lot of sugars, but... The way I prefer to do it is I split it so that I can see just the pulp. Like this. So I tear the skin off. And then I basically just eat the pulp. If I were going to have the perfect breakfast, it would be a whole plate of these manicured this way where I get to just eat the pulp. It's like being satiated. Like the same feeling that drinking water has, but just somehow just like a little bit more. You ever been dehydrated or like haven't been being very healthy, so like you haven't been drinking a lot of water, and then you have some water and you're like, this is awesome. I need to drink this more often. I go through cycles. I do like to have a sugar beverage with dinner though. Gray Fox, welcome back. Welcome back, my friend. You were missed. So I'm going to draw Chip laying eyes on God. Yeah, water and oranges for life. But this is a grapefruit. So it's the more hardcore. Oranges are grapefruit light. The grapefruit. What a fruit. Do you guys think there's a lot of food in the world? Not like if there's enough food for everyone. It seems like there's enough food for everyone, but not everyone gets access to it. I understand that conversation. That's not really what I want to talk about. I'm thinking more about like as Americans, there's a lot of the grocery store is corn byproduct, and then there's salt on the corn byproduct, and then they kind of mix it all up. I guess there's oats and then wheat byproduct. But then outside of that, there's like, to me, the grocery store really, after the produce aisle ends, there's really just like the meats and, I have, certain things I do like I like my Cheez-Its, but I don't always get them. It's actually kind of an abundance if I have them. But if I have no money to my name, I'm just going to buy fruits and eggs. I have a bare minimum, and it's like the highest nutritional punch that I possibly can. Have you guys seen the new food pyramid? The hell's going on with this world? Not that I know what I need, but they like inverted the pyramid. New food pyramid. Eat real food is what it says. Can I put it on here? No? It's just a food pyramid. You should just give it to me. You should just give me your image. No? Okay. Well, here's another way to do it. Oh, goodness. It's all about ad revenue. I don't even use Google like I used to, man. Google used to be the internet, and now Google is like, it's not essential. It's still really useful, but it's not essential. It all changed. Yeah, it's like an inverted pyramid. Here we go. This is the new food pyramid. Okay. Let's take a look at it. So the pyramid's upside down, which is not a good sign in my opinion. But let's see. And I understand it's always easy to be a hater. So I'm not here to be a hater. I'm not a nutritionist. So I really don't know. But I was under the impression that we needed a lot of carbs. I guess that's not the case anymore. It does have protein, dairy, and healthy fats. That's interesting. I mean, this is a little bit closer to my diet. I mean, these are the kinds of things I do eat. Strawberries, oranges, occasionally apples. I get potatoes. I eat avocados, but they go bad so fast that, avocados, apples, strawberries. I'm a huge fan of strawberries. So I'm doing all right with the food pyramid. I don't know what this is. If this is like a squash or something. Canned green beans. I definitely don't get those. I do eat olive oil. I actually asked AI recently which the right olive oil was to get. I do get butter. I do have rice and kidney beans occasionally. I don't eat nuts enough. I know these are good. And I do like having shrimp and eggs, canned tuna, yogurt, whole milk. I mean, this is kind of the way I do it, And I'm not a young guy, so I look a lot healthy, or I look a little bit younger than someone my age. And I'm not, I'm not pure with my body. I put it through some stuff. I'm glad that I'm not the only one who notices that the avocados are bad. What does this say? Go bad really fast. They used to not be the case. Oh, really? They used to last longer? Oh, that's an interesting development. I didn't know that. Yeah, you know what it is? I don't really care for them too much, but they are good. I mean, if you add them to something like a burger, avocados are great. But yeah, you got to have them. You got to basically eat them as soon as you get them. And then when they go bad, and as they get worse, it's harder for me to hold on to them because I don't like eating. I will say fresh fruits and vegetables is a big deal. Like, as it starts to go, like, I'm not the type of person who's like, oh, we got to eat it. It's on its way out. Like, no, I legit, like, want it to be fresh, and that's it. Like, even so much so that I'd like I'll eat it before it's ripe. I'm like a fruit pedophile. That sounded funnier in my head. That wasn't very good. What a statement. But they have carbs as like the thing you eat the least. Isn't that crazy? I thought we were supposed to base our entire meals off of carbohydrates and pasta and stuff. I don't even have pasta on here. They just got a bowl of rice. It's interesting that they put the hamburger meat in the little plastic thing. Steak, whole chicken, frozen peas. I really don't do the frozen stuff. Yeah, so yeah, that's the new food pyramid. If anybody was wondering. Okay, let's get back to our work. I think we can get rid of this. Okay, so what does it look like when Chip looks at God for the first time? Okay, so this could be pretty funny. Where's my glove at? I don't want to call Charlie, but I do want to call her. I want to be like, Charlie girl. But then she's going to be upset because I'm not going to let her sit near me. And she's going to be like, what are you doing? Because it's like, I always let her sit on me. She just basically, our relationship is just her getting as close to me as she possibly can. Yeah, and I'm cool with that. I think that's cool. I can hear her eating dry food. Okay. Looking at God. This could get really weird. Viewer discretion advised. So let's drop this down. Get rid of this entirely. Maybe, because I really think the view for this is him like kind of looking up this way. What if he's just like, ah? Yeah, what if the whole time he can't even, it's too awesome for him to take in. Something like this, or maybe even more so. It's all right, we're here to experiment. This kind of looks like an eye roll, so maybe we go even more. What if he has stigmata? He's just got stigmata like this. And it just blood starts flowing down. I'm normally not that guy. But, let's just, let's put a placeholder on there. Maybe something like this. Could have like a wavy line going. I don't know. Maybe he cries. I'm actually going to text Mark this. What if Chip gets stigmata while God talks to him? I'm definitely gonna get banned from YouTube if I put if I do one like that. I lost 75 pounds in a few months eating a low carb diet. It also put my diabetes into remission. I went from an A1C of 11 to 5.2 normal blood sugar. Oh, wow, man. That's fucking awesome, dude. I don't know what an A1C is. Is that your your blood sugar level? Well, I'm happy for you, Gray Fox. That's incredible. That's 75 pounds is an incredible. That's like a whole. That's like a small lady. How do you feel? Do you feel like you have more energy now, and stuff like that? You have to feel better, right? I'm happy for you, man. That's excellent. That's great news. Wait, do I got Charlie behind me? There she is. She's not happy with me. I wish you guys could see the faces she's giving me. She's like, I don't know what your deal is, but things have changed between us. She'll get over it. Okay, maybe. Yeah, he kind of puts his head back like this. Wonder how, what if you just doesn't. What if he doesn't have any eyelids or irises or anything? You definitely feel better. Excellent, man. That's excellent. Oh, maybe, yeah, the eyelid, and it's like this. Yeah, actually, that looks more... Whoops. That actually looks more appropriate. As funny as it is to say. An A1C test measures your average blood sugar over 2 to 3 months. Diagnosing diabetes is if your level is 6.5 or higher on 2 separate tests, with normal being below 5.7 and the pre-diabetic being 5.7 to 6.4. Man, those decimals, they got you on those decimals, huh? Think they could turn those into whole numbers. Well, regardless, man, I'm happy for you. That's excellent. I'm not very well educated on medical stuff. But that stuff can be very scary, you know. But when we still have time and we have control over our lives, and we can take control of our lives, that's a very nice feeling, you know. You might feel hopeless sometimes because you're like, I'm not going to do that. But, you know, it probably requires you to be and do something that you've never been before. And so sometimes these really tough diagnoses can be a blessing. You know, I know my brother was having health problems recently, and he's not a particularly healthy person. And he was kind of faced with a doctor where he was like, hey, the way you're living, you should not expect to get old. And so you need to start making these decisions, these changes now. And, you know, it became one of these things where, you know, he's got a family to provide for, and he doesn't want to do anything to risk that. So he had to change. And he lost a significant amount of weight too. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. Sorry I haven't been around. Would have loved to hear about it sooner. Maybe he's crying on both sides. Like, what if he's just like pouring out, oh my God, just stigmata everywhere. Did Mark say anything? No, he didn't get back to me. I'm going to have to wait. He said he takes a while sometimes to respond to things. But, yeah, where are we at here? It's about an hour of streaming. It's not too bad. It's pretty good. It's pretty late. The question is, how long is an appropriate stream? Like, what should I do as a minimum? I feel like an hour is a good minimum stream. Yeah. So, all right. So I have these things done. We did this drawing, and I have a list of other poses that need to be done. So I could probably bust out the stream tomorrow. I don't think... Yeah, I do have to adjust things in the office a little bit, so it's a pain in the butt, but Yeah, I don't want to overdo it. So I'll see y'all around. Thank you for hanging out during the stream, and I'm happy to be back. Let's get some more work done, huh? All right. Take care, y'all. Ooh, what's that? Notes. Oh, I should write some notes. Computer's trying to tell me something. Later, Fujo Bear. What do you got here? I counted all the miles I walked from 2024 to 2025. I walked almost, what is that, 1,154 miles? Wow. That's incredible. Is that from like, 795 miles? No, that's 2024. So 2025, you did 795. Are you going to try to get those numbers up? I hope you do. All right, Gray Fox, Fujo Bear, and anyone else who's watching, and anybody who watches the streams later, thank you for hanging out and helping, or actually coming along for the journey. I guess there's not much help. This is more like a timestamp in history, isn't it? Yeah.